Well, ladies and gentlemen, Six Fig Stock Trader here on YouTube. Folks, today we are looking at Shiba Inu, Shib, and there is no denying that Shib is in our lives at rank number 13 with a $13.7 billion crypto market cap. Now, I do think that this huge bull flagpole and pennant might produce some very spectacular results. Before we get started, check me out on Twitter at Real6Fig. This is where I drop links to all my latest videos, charts, things like that. So if you are into crypto and charts and all of that, you better hit me up. So back to Shib, and what do we exactly have going on here? We can see that we have this sideways symmetrical squeeze, and this is great to see. Currently, on the 12-hour chart, we have a spinning top with 4 hours left on the candle. So this is telling me that the bulls and bears are fighting and nobody is really winning. There's also probably very little volume within this candle. As we can see, there is just no full bodiness or anything like that. And right now, actually, we are seeing this candle kind of change before our eyes. It is just kind of going up and down. So it does appear that volatility is perhaps increasing. Now, I have several theories on what exactly is happening right now. The first theory being that this could be some sort of Elliott wave theory to the upside. And this would look something like this to the upside. Now, the only caveat to this is that if this is true Elliott wave theory, 0.2 to 3 can never be the shortest wave. So by default, we have to at least be higher than 0.021. And actually, I'm going to put 0.0 right about here. So the easiest way to do this on a logarithmic chart is to draw a trend line to the top of the flagpole down to the bottom. And this will automatically adjust as we move it up. So with that said, I'm just going to go from this low point here, because we might be seeing something like this. And we can kind of assume that price action needs to be at least here or higher. So with that said, we might be able to say that 0.4 would be somewhere down here, maybe 0.5 would be somewhere up here. And this is exciting because typically when price action climbs like this and maintains ground without basically being stripped right back down where it came from, shows that there's a lot of support. And as we move sideways towards the cloud, this will indicate that on a 12-hour chart, on a daily chart, price action is likely to bounce off of the cloud, or the 50 moving average in this case right now. One thing I wanted to do though was really kind of check out Dogecoin. And we can kind of see Dogecoin and how it took its massive steps upwards. Now, if we do see another run to the upside, we might be seeing this 200 moving average really kind of skirt like this, just like we saw here. So perhaps we might be at a stage, this is not financial or trading advice, I'm not trying to get you to FOMO into Doge by any means. I'm just pointing out some similarities. You know, we might be around this certain, setup pattern that happened with Doge. So this would make sense, and you can kind of see how Doge rallied via Elliott wave theory. So we can kind of see this. And I mean, there we go. So, I mean, with that said, you could probably even make the argument that 0.3 was up here, or even that this was the true movement. Nobody really knows. You could argue either way. But you can kind of see where I am going with this. And let's just throw up a little Fibonacci here. And I really want to see, based off this point here, how far up did Doge actually go? And I mean, it just crushed it. Let's see here. I mean, it just crushed every level of Fibonacci That is so insane to me. So, I mean, it's kind of hard to predict where some of these levels might be. But for starters, let's just go ahead and throw some stuff up on the board for Shib. So with that said, the 161.8 would be somewhere up here, kind of where 0.3 was, and the 127% level would be a good level to bounce back down to. Could we see this thing come up to, I'm not even going to try to pronounce the price tag, just the last 4 digits, 6532? Nobody knows, but that is about a 3x from here, and that would put Shib at right around a $30 billion market cap, somewhere in the high 29s. But with that said, this is all just very speculative. I do have a feeling that Shiba is getting ready to make a move, whether it's up or down, nobody knows, and I just want to make that very clear. But I'm just pointing out some similarities as to what I am seeing. I do have some Shiba, full disclosure. A couple $100 worth, nothing to get excited with. If this 2 or 3 X's, boom, I'll take profits and invest into some additional altcoins. But for now, we might be seeing Shiba just kind of trend towards this 50 moving average quite possibly. Whether this is a drop down to it and then a bounce, we'll just have to wait and find out. But we do have some incoming volatility, and I can guarantee you that much for sure. So with that said, folks, I hope you guys enjoyed this TA today on Shib. And follow me on Twitter. You guys got to make sure to follow me on Twitter. Big shout out to all the Patreons as well. Thank you all for your support. It's $3 a month. Get your name, YouTube channel name, business name up on this banner. We'll see you guys on the next video.